Whoa, hello, welcome back to the Too Soon podcast. As usual, I am your host, Big Boy, Billy, and joining me we have Trendon, Oric,
Hi.
Liam, and Trey.
Oh, yeah. Hey!
Needles and how they relate to the Blair Witch Project.
Alright. So we got our topic.
It should be a little bit louder.
Thanks, Billy.
Yeah, thanks, big boy. Billy.
Billy.
Tell him to speak up next time.
Yeah, what a fucking shithead.
Alright, so I'm gonna put him away.
Yeah, God damn it, Billy. Go home. Go in your closet.
You won't be seeing your check this week, Bill.
Yeah, no, I'm not paying you for that shit.
Yeah, so we're thinking about doing something else with that, our newly found capabilities with that voice. So maybe a skit or something.
But yeah, by the way, in case you couldn't hear right, it's Trent, me, Oric,
Me.
Liam,
I don't know who that is.
and Trey.
There you go.
Yep.
That's the show.
I mean, that is about what he sounds like on a usual basis.
That's
and
me.
also,
That's a zinger to how infrequently he speaks.
Yeah, why do you think we got so many views?
yeah, we have so many views because nobody wants to hear Trey.
We have zero views. No one sees us. Stop saying views.
I mean, on YouTube it says we have views.
It says view count on
Go
YouTube.
fuck yourself.
No one
We
watches
have
on YouTube.
thousands of download though.
People watch on
Thousands
YouTube.
of downloads.
Yeah, we have thousands of views. It's called downloads and hundreds of views. So
Do we even have
fuck
hundreds of
off.
views on YouTube?
Yeah,
Some episodes.
Okay.
easily.
Why?
That's the question of the hour. Oh, what the fuck?
God damn it, Oric.
I told
there,
you
buddy.
Alexa was going to be a problem. I'm going to lower her and put her further away. I will be back in a second.
Alexa, go fuck yourself.
She's in the process of doing that right now.
You got it.
All
Oric is having
right.
relationship problems with his girlfriend.
Yeah. What is that
On our
movie
show.
that is
Her.
about her? Yeah.
It?
With the clown, the relationship with the clown.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, you know, the clown voice comes out of your computer, but he's actually standing right behind you, fucking you in the ass. That's the 2-hour movie.
Yeah, that's
Do you
pretty.
guys
Every
ever cook?
thrust is a
Pretty
honk
naughty.
Do you guys ever cook?
Occasionally.
So, pizza.
Because from what I understand, I don't cook a whole lot. I do every once in a
What
while.
is this,
not
sponsored by
anything too
Blue
complicated.
Apron?
I wish.
No,
That'd be cool to
we're
get
not
that shit for
sponsored
free.
again.
I don't think they would want me to do the ad read
Probably
Break
not.
on through.
until they have
Yeah.
Pizza Week.
Yeah, and then he would read it very excited.
Hey,
'Cause
they
he's
got
gonna-
pizza!
homemade pizza that I make myself, and it's not
It's
sounds, but it
DiGiorno's.
Yep. Pop it in the oven.
But no, I don't cook a lot. Trey works in a restaurant. Oric eats pizza, and Liam, do you cook?
Yes.
What do you typically?
I'm actually a
what's it-
normal person.
All right, so what's a go-to dish for you then?
Mac and cheese.
Well, I mean like an actual
Fucking
like, dinner.
Chef Boyardee, right?
You fucking
mean,
idiots!
like-
I don't
I
make
mean-
Kraft mac and cheese.
No, I mean like an actual like dinner for your family type of meal.
Yeah,
Like,
mac and
Who
cheese.
cooks for their family?
I make
You
real
know-
mac and cheese.
Probably
I don't know
good
why-
family members.
Yeah, it's just me and my mom.
Yeah, she cooks for you.
Sometimes.
Yeah, so what do you make for her?
You got jokes.
Got
Well, Trey here knows what I cook for my grandma.
You don't cook anything for your grandma.
I buy her KFC a lot.
That's not cooking.
So you don't cook for her.
No, I don't. Well,
Don't
she's-
mislead the audience with your clickbait
That's
bullshit.
not cooking at all.
So is that why you asked us who cooks, so that you could tell us that you buy your
Yeah,
grandma
you buy KFC.
No, I was just curious
Trying
if
to
you
feel good
guys
about yourself? Come on,
enjoy
man.
cooking. Like, do any of you guys like have anything like you like actually make time for and prepare and cook and
Yes,
enjoy
mac and
besides mac and
cheese.
cheese? Oh my god. Well, okay, so how long does it take you to make this mac and cheese? Like, are you making it from scratch? Or just buying a box?
Hell yeah,
from
I'm
a-
making it from scratch. What do you think? I
All right.
wouldn't say I'm making mac and cheese if I was making Kraft mac and cheese.
All right, so what is the O'Kefe mac and cheese recipe?
I don't know. I just
What's it?
fucking you get a whole bunch of macaroni, and then you get a whole bunch of cheese, and you grate it up, and then you put it into
What
like
kind of cheese? You're getting like
you
like
use
cheddar,
Swiss, you
you
use
getting
cheddar,
sharp?
you can use anything.
I like
You
Monster.
fucking melt it all. Actually, I have used Monster before.
I love
I'm not a big
It's not
fan.
even Monster like Monster Energy.
Yeah, Monster
That's not-
Energy.
that is not cheese.
Is Monster.
Yeah.
Grate up a can. Get some
Here,
aluminum
but-
up in there.
You use all your different cheeses, and then you put them in a big pot, and then you make sure all the cheese is melted. And you put that shit in a big, like, baking thing. Not pan, that's wrong. It's like the glass thing. I don't know what the fuck it's called. I'm retarded.
You can use a pan too, as long as you bake it.
Yeah,
As long as its name is Peter.
it's like
Bro, I make my mac and cheese in a wok, okay?
it's like 2 inches,
Nigga, what?
and then you put it in the oven for a while. And I also just put like a shit ton of bacon in the mac and cheese because I'm fucking crazy.
So
And-
this is a special Irish bacon mac and cheese.
An
no,
Irish bacon.
it's fucking Black Label.
What?
You've never had Black Label mac and cheese?
Mm-mm, don't know
You
what that
haven't
is.
lived.
Probably. I also haven't died yet, so
It's fucking
I'm in
high quality
purgatory.
shit.
You're somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle of dead.
Purgatory.
Yeah.
So when I said grated aluminum, that reminded me of about a week ago. I accidentally ate some
Aluminum?
Yeah,
It can't be that bad for you.
are you
Bro, I
a
mean,
superhuman now?
it's a very little bit. Actually, was it
eat it
aluminum? I guess
Accidentally.
there was little bits of tinfoil. So
Oh, that's
Well-
fucking nothing. I eat that shit all the
metal,
time.
There's metal in our blood, so I think
Oh, yeah,
that-
there's
so I
iron
figured
in our
what
blood,
doesn't
not
kill you makes you
aluminum.
stronger, and that goes for my immune system as well. But
Well,
yeah, I
what if
noticed
he's
a
like a
bunch of
mutant
little
now?
pieces of tinfoil on my bacon grilled cheese sandwiches.
You pooping it yet?
I mean, it was
You
a
will
while
poop
ago,
it.
so chances are, I mean, if I haven't, it's not a good thing.
There's a distinct possibility that you will poop it out.
I don't like eating
Will
corn
do.
because my poop turns into corn.
You don't like eating porn?
Corn on the cob.
Porn on the cob.
A new idea for a website.
There you go.
I'm sure it exists already.
Have you guys
Cornhub
ever
has
seen
done that.
Ucorn?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's one of
I
my favorite
haven't.
things. Or is it
It's like for the
Cornhub?
April
I don't
Fools
know.
thing.
Yeah, one of the porn
yeah.
websites. They made a video. They just made a website that was all corn.
Yeah, it went viral for a bit. It was pretty
Pretty
funny.
hot.
Yeah, it was pretty steamy.
Summer's hot, and it's summer.
Get it steamy?
Wasn't it just a
'cause
bunch
that's
of
how you cook
videos
corn?
of people steaming corn?
Yeah,
Not entirely. It was just different things of corn.
yeah. It was very interesting. I
Who the
enjoyed
fuck came up with that?
Interracial. You had MILF.
it. Old corn, new corn.
Old corn.
know,
Watching
speaking
videos
of,
of old corn.
Got popcorn.
You know, speaking of controversial porn categories, have you guys ever seen Arab on porn?
What?
What?
Porn sites like the category like Arab or Middle Eastern.
How is Arab controversial?
Why you say Arab?
Yeah, why do you say Arab? That's another great
I
question.
don't actually say Arab, but that's how people who watch porn sites say it.
Then why are you saying it like that?
I believe that's just the way you pronounced it, because Floridian.
Arab. I know how to say Arab.
Congratulations,
Why would you say
welcome
Arab?
to 2017.
There's no
The whole
hyphen.
point of that though was, have you guys heard of the porn star who is Arab on the porn sites, but Mia Khalifa or Arab?
Didn't she like give up porn though?
Yeah,
I-
she retired.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's
she-
actually well. He
I
knows.
know,
Stay up
all
to
I know
date.
is that she streams on Twitch.
Yeah, exactly. She's been in Soda Poppin's house.
Yeah, and I saw that recently. So now she's like making her way around all the popular streamers. So
Sucking that dick.
Probably not.
Imagine.
well, she claims she wants a cooking show. So her streaming
Huh.
cooking on Twitch is how she wants to get there.
So this is why you asked us if we cook.
Well, no, but it's a good connection.
What,
It's
it
like
all
you
came
still just
around.
wanted to make yourself seem good.
No, I'm not saying I didn't even say I cooked. I asked because I'm curious about cooking because I want to do it more.
I feed my
Jesus.
grandma KFC.
Well, hear that, Blue?
I'll give my grandma KFC sometime.
Sometimes.
Save-
I just don't want her to
It's 'cause
die
it's
yet.
soft.
Blue Apron, if you're listening, save Trenton's grandmother and sponsor this podcast.
Yeah, make her die quicker.
Or
Fuck,
that.
man.
Now
You
they
know,
won't.
She's an old
when that-
racist.
When that actually
True.
happens, we can say too soon.
Yeah, that is going to be too soon.
If we're still doing this podcast in like 60
Like, how old is
years,
she?
And
She is like 69 or 70. I
Yeah, it's
forget.
time.
Yo, 69.
when we start dying off,
In her prime.
Jesus Christ.
All right, Trenton.
Okay, Liam's back.
And we're back. And we're back.
Yeah.
So what are we
He's
talking
not
about?
dead, even though I thought we started dropping already.
But yeah,
Yeah,
we were
I
talking
didn't
about
drop. I just
live
kinda, like,
streams,
I don't know.
porn stars, and cooking.
Hey, I live stream. Check me out. Actually, Liam's
You
on Twitch
already,
TV.
you already whored yourself out last week.
I know, and I'm gonna whore myself every week.
When are you gonna start streaming cooking with your girlfriend? Get that
as,
Twitch
soon
money.
as soon as I get a webcam.
Yeah, teach us how to cook on your live stream with your girlfriend, and use that mac and cheese recipe as the first one.
I thought on
No.
Twitch you have to stream games.
No, you
Nope,
can
there's
do
a
IRL.
whole new categories. So the only real rule is you have to stream in the correct category.
Oh.
So now there's an IRL category. So if you're out there like live streaming with your phone, like going places, you have to do it under IRL. Or if you're painting or cooking or anything creative, you use creative. Or if you're just eating and talking to your chat, there's something called social eating, which is a whole category.
What the fuck?
Well, social
Alright.
eating
Yeah.
actually comes from Japanese websites. Like that's a big thing in Japan, is to watch people eat and then eat with them and then all talk and chat.
Just make some friends. Go outside. Go to dinner. Go to Sal's. They
Go
deliver.
outside.
Well, if they
Jesus
deliver, they can
Christ,
order
motherfucker.
Sal's to their home and then watch someone else eat while they eat Sal's.
Yeah, do you know
You
Sal's delivers?
people are all socially fucked. Like people who do that on a daily basis, you're fucked. Just
Do you know
I'll
Sal's
be the
delivers,
voice
though?
of reason here. You're fucked.
Hey, maybe they're just really lonely.
Yeah. And
Or
they're
maybe
gonna
But they're
stay
also
that way when they
super-
do what they're doing.
Super rich and all that shit. So they just like have fun with that, and then they
If
go
you're
home
super
and they
rich,
just wanna.
Get a
watch
yacht,
people.
and then people will flock to you.
Yeah, but what
So
if
they
they
don't
don't
wanna
want
manage a boat.
artificial friends? They want real friends.
Well, then you're fucked.
Yeah,
Voice of reason here, telling you once again, you're fucked.
just make fun of everybody in the world.
I'm not seeing the problem.
You don't see the problem with watching someone you don't know eat?
No, that's hot.
I mean, also,
Yeah,
people probably
obviously,
have
is there
crazy
money? I should give them
fetishes.
money.
Yeah.
I can imagine that somebody in the world jerks off to that.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, if you watch a
Most
regular live
likely.
streamer just like play games and do other stuff, and that's what you normally do is watch that person do other stuff, and
Yeah,
then they
and
do
then they
like
just
a,
happen to be eating, then I guess fine. But like, if their whole fucking career is based off of eating fries and telling you about it,
No, not many streamers, if any, actually do social streaming or social eating as the main thing. They usually just do that when they're like planning either some kind of event or they're taking a break between games or something, and they use it as a way to keep streaming. So
Oh, like for 24-hour streamers and shit like that.
stuff like that. But some
Well-
people just do it when they eat, though. Like,
Just-
so it's like it's a mix.
just do yourself a favor and don't get into watching people that you don't know eat. Just like avoid that, and then you might be less fucked later on, like a little bit.
And
Yeah,
if
that's
you
all
do
I can tell
socially
you.
eat,
It's
if
watch
you do
people you
watch
don't know
social
fuck
eating,
each other.
I'm sorry.
That's
that
a
orc
problem.
is offending
Just go to Sal. Unless they're streaming at Sal's, I don't. There's just nothing.
Well, then they'd be streaming under IRL, not social eating.
Well, okay.
you. Well, what if they're out but they're
It's a
eating?
little bit of both, though.
Well, I would feel like well, I guess it depends. If they're not like streaming them like going there and doing other stuff before and after, then it could be social eating. But if they're doing like the whole like kind of almost vlog, because like that's the idea is when you do IRL, it's basically a live stream version of vlogging. So if the content's more like vlog style, then you do it under IRL, or if it's just focused on just the eating aspect, then it's social eating.
Yeah,
is
but
there,
what if
is there like, can I make an entire career off of defending Twitch streamers' choices of category? So
Nope.
whenever people get upset that they didn't put it in IRL and they put it in food or whatever, creative, or I don't give a shit, I just yell at the internet and tell them they're wrong. Can I make
Well,
money from
That's
doing
literally everybody on the internet.
that?
No, you're
Yeah,
wrong.
that used to be more of a problem back when Twitch didn't have a lot of the categories that it does now, though.
Right. I just
'Cause
don't
people-
want to meet the person who polices a streamer and be like, "You're in the wrong category." If you've ever said that once in your goddamn life, you're fucked.
Well, I mean, I've been in Twitch chats where people are like, "Oh yeah, you're streaming like I don't know for Witwix. He streams Super Mario Maker a lot, But if he's playing Mario 64, they're like, hey, you're streaming the wrong game. He's like, oh, my bad.
Well, if it's an honest mistake, that is fair. But if it's like, oh, I just picked this instead of this other thing that doesn't really matter, that you're still here watching, aren't you? Then, like, fuck off. There's too much of the Twitch culture that I don't understand and will probably not tolerate if met in real life. Like,
there's a lot of
lurkers.
shit you won't tolerate.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's just my personality. Is if you're fucking weird, I'm going to tell you.
Well, Twitch culture doesn't really show up ever IRL unless you're at very specific
Yeah, because
places.
they don't go outside.
Yeah, either a streamer's house for one, like a stream house where multiple streamers or just a very popular streamer. Then like the house is turned into a giant Twitch meme 24/7. Because like really famous Twitch streamers with big houses, they just live that lifestyle, so they're just constantly absorbed in the memes.
Isn't that how the Creatures started?
I don't even know what that is.
It was at one point a big YouTube channel that later became an affiliate with Rooster Teeth. Then they broke up into multiple channels, and now the original Creatures or the people that stayed under the title Creatures have shut down their channel and made it an archive. It's where Cow Chop comes from.
Oh, really? That's where Cow Chop came from?
Yeah. Well, they I think I don't know if they were original members. I think some of them might have been. I don't really know because I didn't watch the Creatures back in their heyday. I think I started watching them when they announced that they were Rooster Teeth affiliates because that's how I was like, oh, I heard this name before and I'll check them out. And they were okay. It was like, oh, actually, I think I started watching them last year when Pokemon Go was a thing because their Pokemon Go videos were pretty funny. And I was somewhat interested in Pokemon Go for 2.5 weeks or so.
Oh yeah, you know what? Actually,
weeks.
I don't think we ever talked about it, but you guys heard about what happened with the Pokemon Go event, right? I feel like a few weeks ago,
Yeah,
almost a month
They
ago now.
got shat on.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
some. I didn't.
I
really
heard that they
look
were
at the
doing
details.
the Legendary Bird events, and that's it.
Yeah, and then it just
Yeah.
didn't work or something.
Well, there was an actual festival celebrating the game, and it
Yeah,
was
and all
in
the servers shut down or something?
Chicago. Yeah, it was like in Chicago or something, I think. But it was like almost a month ago now. But basically, it was to celebrate the year anniversary of the game and the community and all that shit. And you had to pay money to go to this event. And when you're at this event, it was like a giant park was entirely dedicated to both the game and the event. So people were walking around, going to different like stands, like tents with like snacks and stuff like that. And there was like they had like actual Pokestops there. It was like what you would imagine a IRL Pokemon Go event thing would look like. Pretty much just an area to walk around, stuff to stop and sit and do while playing the game. But because the server overload in that area,
Sounds about
it
right.
just didn't work like the
That's
entire
so
time.
Stupid. How did they not prepare for that?
Well, according from a lot of the stuff I heard about it, apparently Niantic, the guys that make Pokemon Go, their last game, they had the same problems when they had events for that last game. So it's something they
And they
didn't
didn't
really
learn.
fix. Yeah, apparently not. So it's gotten so bad that there's actually like a group of people that traveled very far for this event that are coming together and suing Pokemon Go / Niantic to get their money back because they paid.
Yeah, like you
hundreds-
pay a lot of money for that shit.
Yeah,
Right.
so people overseas came to this event because like some people still all over the world really are into this game and do it all the time. So of course, if this is the number one game they play, of course they want to go to an event for it.
Yeah,
So
I can see that. I don't expect them to get a lot, but maybe just their money back.
I mean,
would
if
be
they
good.
all pool up into class action, then it could get pretty
Yeah,
big.
Yeah, but I
yeah,
mean,
nasty
the
for them.
damages are
25
not
or 30
much
them.
more than financial.
Yeah,
They're
that-
not- you
that's
didn't-
all they're doing. It's just saying like, hey, can you guys pay for our plane tickets and stuff that we wasted our money to come to this event? And it
Yeah,
just
that's
didn't work.
understandable. I mean, that's like
Yeah.
that. What was
I
it?
doubt they
Fire?
do it though.
Well, I mean, if
Yeah,
the
it'll-
court
it'll
tells them
probably
they
be
have to,
hard.
they will.
Mm.
But what was that music festival? I think it was called like Fire or something. That
Oh yeah, I know
didn't
what
they
you're
get
talking about.
sued?
Yeah,
Because like they just didn't have anything. At
yeah.
all.
It just actually, I think it just didn't happen.
Well, like no, it was there, and people went, and it was like you were there for hours with like thousands of other people, and
Yeah.
not able to leave, and there was no water and shit like that. You could sue for more than just financial because
Yeah,
it's like
because somebody actually could die.
yeah,
Yeah, Flint,
Yep.
Michigan.
yeah, that's what I was talking about.
That's very
Yeah.
different.
But when I hear water, I think Flint, Michigan.
Well, that's
Yeah, well,
weird
Flint, Michigan
association.
was
Not really.
no
If
clean water.
if I was a therapist, I'd be a little concerned. What is it? Word association?
Yeah,
What if I say apples? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
Applejack from My Little Pony.
Juice.
All right,
See,
there's
that's
something
a little
seriously
weird.
wrong with this
A
child.
little weird, yeah.
Keep trying it. Come on, give me another one.
All right, Guantanamo.
Bay.
There you go.
I don't know why, but comic books came to mind.
Well, that's weird.
Oh, you know
I was
what it
thinking
was?
White Castle.
It was specifically Spider-Man because there is. I don't know if you guys know the villain Carnage in Spider-Man. Do you?
Yeah.
No.
All right, so Carnage. Oh, do you know Venom, Oric?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so Carnage is basically like a worse version of Venom.
Cool.
Well,
So
it's only
the-
really worse because it took over a serial killer's body.
Right, and he was in prison, and I don't know if it was Guantanamo Bay, but it was a prison very similar to it. That he
Probably
was,
wasn't in Guantanamo Bay.
It was not Guantanamo Bay, but it was some kind of super prison.
Serial
or some-
killers are not considered terrorists.
Yeah.
Counter to contrary to popular belief. That's the term.
Yeah, even though we have real terrorists in America every single day that live here, we don't call them terrorists.
Well,
I mean,
they aren't
it's all
terrorists
about
until
intent.
they complete a terrorist act.
Until Peter gets.
Well, I mean, you.
Peter
Until
gets them.
PETA gets them.
Well, I mean, if you fuck with animals, you're a terrorist.
Hashtag
Fuck
PETA is
you.
a terrorist.
God bless you.
Thank you. I don't know. I've had something stuck in my throat this whole fucking recording.
Did you say bless you for a cough, Liam?
Yes,
does
I say
that.
bless you for everything.
Yeah, he's
Sneeze, cough, burp, fart, like
Is-
you name it, I
is
do
that-
it.
Is that a family tradition?
No, so Liam's an asshole tradition.
Weird. It's like when I don't say God bless you, I say shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because atheist and
That's
angry.
Just being mean.
Yeah, but it also gets a laugh, so fuck it. Alright, more word association.
All right.
Vitamins.
Cereal.
What?
Water.
Cereal.
Vitamin cereal.
I don't know.
Well, you probably
Your
get
mom-
vitamins from
It's got your
cereal.
Your
Not
vitamins.
that
mom
much.
like give you some weird like vitamin cereal bullshit that's supposed to help you grow up to be a big boy when you're little or something.
No.
Oh, it worked.
Just got the
Yeah.
vitamins.
Got them vitamins in the cereal.
What
What
you
kind
think
of
the
cereal?
marshmallows is?
Yeah,
Marshmallows.
That's it. That's it.
Shitty
You got you.
marshmallows.
Yeah, like
All right, do that
weird,
one, Orc.
crunchy ones. Trying to think. Grass.
Cows.
Yard.
All right, that's
Ass.
fair. Curtain.
Jerk in it.
drapes.
Because I close the curtains when I'm jerking.
All right, we're done here. We're no more
Yeah,
word
I'm done
association.
with this shit.
I don't want to dive into the psyche of Trenton.
Into the whole psyche.
Yeah.
You guys have only cracked the shell of the nut. Let me tell you.
Exactly. That's why we're not getting deeper.
Yeah, that's why I'm retired.
Like me and
That is
Khalifa
why
from her
I'm
career.
retarded.
Yep, that's what I was referencing.
Yeah, all my favorite porn stars end up retiring. It sucks.
Good for them.
Like Jaden James, love her to death. She retired several years ago. It makes me sad.
Good for
Yeah,
her.
I feel for
Question
you.
mark.
Do you know why she retired?
Anyway, do you know why Jaden James retired?
Too
no,
many
it was a
dicks.
question.
Huh?
Answering a question
No.
with a question. Are you gonna fill us
Are
in?
we ever gonna get an answer?
Jesus Christ! You guys know how to have conversations?
I was asking
It's like
Trey.
one
Yes.
person talks, the other one responds, and then back and forth instead of just like saying something, waiting for a response, and then cutting it off right there.
Hey, Oric.
Hi.
Ooh, that was spicy. But no, I have no idea why they retire. I mean, most of the time it's just because most porn stars are just tired of having to do that for money and rather just use their popularity and whatever else they've accomplished during that time and just do something that requires not getting fucked all the time.
They also probably have a fair amount of cash.
Yeah,
Fair
I mean,
amount of
that's
quiche.
That's it too. But like I know like I've seen a lot of like the popular porn stars when they retire, they just go into like doing like shows, like just go do strip shows and like make it like a private event to go see your favorite porn star and pay like 3 times as much as you would to get into a strip club. So they make way
So
more
how
money
many of
doing
those
that.
have you been to?
None. I just follow them
Nah,
on
I know
Twitter.
I
it's-
know one that became an actor. Was it
Megan
Sasha
Fox?
Grey or whatever?
Oh,
she
yeah,
was
Sasha
in.
Grey.
she was in Saints Row
Entourage.
3.
Yeah, she actually became an actor.
Yeah. Except in Entourage, she just played herself before getting out.
She was just a porn star.
Do you guys
Yeah.
still watch ETC at all?
I
don't know what that is.
Not frequently, no. But
Well, I
a little
remember like a year or two ago they made a show called Creepy Text Theater.
Yeah, that's the only thing I watch, honestly. And it's great.
Sasha Grey was on their first episode.
Yeah, it's a great show.
Yeah, the Creepy Text Theater, what it is, what they do is they'll actually take, like, they'll go to subreddits of, like, girls who screen cap conversations with usually really creepy guys that talk to them on social media
It's
sites.
never the
or
other way
dating
around.
sites.
It's never a weird girl talking to a normal guy.
I believe the one they pull from the most, it's a subreddit. I believe it's called Straight White Dudes Are Like, I think that's the name of it. Something like that. It's a subreddit. I'll pull it up later if I can remember what it's called. But they take the screenshots from there. Well, no, that's the actual name of the subreddit.
Yeah, I know. It's intent, though. It's a shitty name is what I'm getting at.
Well, considering that the actual subreddit itself actually has pictures of the guys who are texting them because, social media sites, it fits the category.
What do you mean? It has pictures of the people that you're going there to make fun of?
Well, most of the time what it is, it's screenshots.
It's pictures of the people that
it's screenshots of the text, and then most texting apps have the picture of the person who is texting, like, the little profile image.
Right.
So
but you could see the weirdos and make fun of them.
Right. And I believe that subreddit exclusively is just them posting the straight white dudes who are, like, super creepy and pushy.
Right. All I'm saying is that wouldn't go over well if it was any other race.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm just getting
or
sick
if it was females.
Yeah.
Straight white female.
Everyone wants equality until they don't.
Yeah, my favorite subreddit, the angry hood niggas be like...
No, you're not allowed to say that.
Not if I am referencing something.
You're too fucking white to say that.
Do whatever you want. I don't give a shit.
It's not what you care about.
I wouldn't like that subreddit.
Sure you wouldn't like that subreddit.
Why wouldn't you like it, Trenton?
Do you hate black people? Is that why you wouldn't like it?
Are you offended by them?
Look, just because I have a catfish account on blackpeoplemeet.com doesn't mean I'm a racist.
I think it does. I think all you want to do is ruin the lives of poor black people.
I just want some anal, man.
Yeah.
Where is this
want
going?
some anal, man.
What is happening?
I don't know where we're going with this.
What's the problem?
I'm just lost at this point.
Actually, Trey, do you know what time it is?
No.
It's time for quick anime fights! I'm bringing it back! Finally! This week, we're going to have two fighters from the top hit animes of this generation going to fight right now live on our show. And for the first fighter, we got Kirito from the hot hit anime of all the young men from Sword Art Online versus the legendary warrior Frieza from Dragon Ball Super D Abridged. Who's going to win?
Why'd you pick a shitty first one?
I don't know any of the words you said.
Frieza.
Yeah, no.
And
Frieza
that has
versus
been
Kirito
quick
is
anime
like-
fights. All right.
That was awful.
Did you pick the shittiest of animes, the first one?
Yeah, they're not supposed to be good.
And we're back.
Technical
Good old
difficulty.
technical difficulties.
I don't know why it's carnival music, but
Ba-ba-ba-ba-da.
welcome to the part 2 of episode 18. I don't even think we said that that was
Second
episode
half.
18.
I don't think we did, but welcome to
No,
episode 18 of the Too Soon podcast.
Yeah, it was Billy's fault.
Yeah, fucking-
you know what?
he's such a
We
shitty
really got to
host.
get rid of that Billy guy. He's a
Yeah.
fucking piece of shit.
He's gonna get laid off.
He's what
Yeah.
makes us popular, though.
Yeah,
He's fucking your
he does
girl,
pretty
Ulrich.
well.
He's fucking Alexa.
I guess he is inside
Oh, I
of
thought it was
Alexa.
the milk.
Yeah, I thought it was the milk too.
His voice is inside of Alexa, anyways.
Oh man,
Is that what the kids call eating
that's
ass
some
these
rough
days?
shit, dude.
All right, name of this podcast: Voice in My Girl.
Voice inside of my girl.
I feel like we can come up with something better.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
probably.
that's low key eating ass, isn't it? Right? When your voice is inside someone else.
Maybe if you're humming a tune.
Yeah. So if you speak into someone's ass, would it come out their
Why
mouth?
does it have to be a two?
Well, what else are you gonna hum? I don't know any other thing that you hum.
I can hit them
aside
high
from a tune.
notes.
You can't really get high notes with a hum, though.
Yeah, not really.
Oh, he can hit him.
What's your highest hum?
Billy
Do it
can
right
hit
now.
'em.
Billy can hit those high hums.
Oh, Billy.
All right,
Crazy
name of the episode:
motherfucker.
High hums.
I don't know. I still think we can do better.
You come up with the fucking titles.
I think
I've
Billy
come up
Inside
with,
Your Girl is
like,
pretty
Good
good.
titles, all right.
Yeah, all right.
I don't
We'll
think
look
almost
at the
any of the
stats.
times we've said the episode name in the episode, it's been the episode name after the show.
I think at least once.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think there was
maybe
one time. And if I looked at all the titles, I'd know.
Like, be honest.
I think it was the
I've made some
Manipulate
good
Your
titles.
Spectrum one. That we said in the thing, and I was like, yep, that's going to be the title.
Yeah, but most of the time when we were like, oh yeah, this is going to be the title, like, it's the beginning of the episode, and then by the end of the episode, we said something even better.
Yeah.
So we can't really chalk
Massage
that up.
My Hump. I think that was me.
Oh yeah, that was 100%, yeah.
All right, now I got to go.
Massage My Hump
Well,
is a
I'll
good
do
one.
this later.
I gotta see
That's
the
not
titles.
content.
I don't know all the titles.
I'll show us
Wow,
later.
what a fucking shitty podcast person. Podcast.
We'll compare stats to whose titles did the best download wise, and that'll prove the top dog.
I don't think that's fair.
see who is best.
I think that's perfectly fair. I can't think
Well,
of a more
downloads
fair
wise,
way of
the older the
comparing.
episode, the better it is, just by time.
What?
I don't think that's fair.
Like, if we're comparing titles, the older the episode, the more downloads it'll have.
Well, look at the
Well,
title
you could-
of Massage My Hump and then the one directly after it then.
Well, you
So
could tell
it's-
when
or
like
right before.
there's one where it's like 6 weeks ago 56, and then 5 weeks ago 300 something.
Yeah. We've had a couple episodes like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel
An
like the
inside
first
look at the
episode
Too Soon
shouldn't count
podcast.
because I wasn't on it.
Well, yeah, we wouldn't count like the first fucking episode because that has the most time to get views.
Yeah.
We would be as fair as possible in our fights.
I
So
did.
I know is my dad my Roomba? That was me. Tubby
My Dad
Custard
My
was
Roomba.
me.
That's the one Jessica
Actually,
was on.
you couldn't even remember what Tubby Custard was called until I said what it was.
No,
Ooh.
that's not true.
Go listen to the episode.
Because you looked
Called
it up.
out.
Trenton is
Yeah.
the Tubby Custard creator.
No.
It has been confirmed.
So if I play back the episode,
All right, that's what
You
we're
wa-
gonna do. This episode of the podcast, we're gonna play back Tubby Custard episode.
Yeah, listen to Tubby Custard.
all right, I got you, fam.
Imagine how awful
Don't
that
actually
would
start
sound
playing it, please.
with
Yeah,
our
don't-
commentary
yeah,
over a podcast.
Say no more. I got you.
You're gonna ruin this podcast. Don't do it.
Don't fucking do it.
Copyright claims.
I'll feed
You're gonna
you to
fucking
Milo.
Take us down.
Copyright claim will
Those
take
damn
ourselves
Too Soon
down.
podcast kids are gonna take us down.
I'll take away Milo's pigs.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Then he'll be really barky.
Yeah, I don't even know where they are.
Does
They're
that
sitting
keep
there.
him like
Maybe
so
that's
occupied?
maybe
that
that's
it
why
doesn't
he's
work?
upset.
Yeah, maybe that's why Milo was going nuts a
He's
second ago.
pigless.
His
His
dick is
red
dry.
pig.
What if someone broke into your house and stole
Pink.
nothing but that pig? What would you do?
Be mad they broke like a window or something for it.
They broke into my house. What a bastard.
This
Could've
time
bought
they
it
throw
for
they throw the starter from a car instead of the alternator.
Yeah, I mean, eventually you'll be able to build a car.
Yeah, that's my goal one day.
I think that's
build
some,
a car with
that's some
I
parts
parts
that are
know
thrown
there.
away.
Quick Save the Net was kind of my idea, but Trent said the first
No.
one I had was too
Well,
long.
I wasn't on that one, so
Yeah, you weren't there.
that was
That
the
was a good episode.
one that I missed.
Yeah.
I have not listened to it, or did I? I don't remember. That's not
Pretty
a
good
good sign.
episode.
Unmemorable, or didn't watch it or listen.
Probably didn't listen, knowing you.
Probably,
Probably
not.
both.
Maybe the first few
Who knows?
minutes, just to make sure that you guys did it.
Oh, we did it, and we did it damn good.
The whole episode was just white noise.
Yeah, it's actually nothing.
I think I listened
would
just
be-
for your intro, which I don't remember what it was, but I know
Oh man, that was a great intro.
it was something.
I made your noise with my mouth.
What do you do? Like,
Yeah, it went,
It's an
And then
odd
they got
sentence
mad
to
at me.
say.
I did your intro with my mouth. Episode of this
Made your noise
podcast.
with my mouth.
yeah, there's the name right there.
How does that make you?
I hope you're writing all this down, Liam, because I already forgot.
Yep. Well, I mean, I don't really give a shit. Title's not my problem. Haha.
How's that Twitter
I
going?
did write the description for that podcast, though. We have 1 follower since the last time that I
Yeah,
poured out
great
the
job
Twitter.
on that.
Yeah. I mean, it's not my fault no one wants to follow
Sure,
us.
sure it's not.
Is it though?
You're the social
I think
media
it is.
manager. Do
That's
better.
not my problem.
Yeah,
You know what? I also do the link
Do
dump.
a
so I don't
charity
give a fuck.
event. Yeah, Extra Life
also-
2017.
Yeah, I do the link dump.
Raise
so I really
$6
don't give a
for
shit.
the kids.
Wait, Liam, are you following on your actual Twitter account?
Yes, I'm following on both my Twitters.
Yeah, so am I.
Sure.
Are
have
you
my,
following on your actual Twitter?
I don't even use Twitter.
Bam, gotcha.
No,
I
he
don't
did a
use
new
it either,
Twitter
but I have an account.
last summer, and then he did two things. He posted a picture of him with Sean Schimmel, the
Yeah.
voice of Goku from Dragon Ball, and then he tweeted that picture to Cry.
Yeah.
Like
That's all.
Cryaotic, the
To
YouTuber.
Cry?
That's it.
Oh.
Cryaotic, the YouTuber. Yeah.
I don't
Cryaotic
know who that
monkey.
is.
People just call
If
him.
he's not a Rooster Teeth affiliate, I probably don't know who he is.
He's like one of the oldest Let's Players on YouTube.
Yeah, but is he in the Let's Play network?
I
That's
don't know about Otis.
That's the question.
He's actually streaming right now.
He used to be
Wait,
in a
is he?
PewDiePie game.
Yeah, I just got a notification.
Oh, wow. Oh, I'll
That's
catch
a
you guys later.
coincidence.
Yeah, peace out, guys. I'm out.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
him
I
streaming
watched
last
Cry.
night.
He's
He
probably
was
playing
he,
Yakuza again. I don't want to watch because I'm
well,
still
last night
playing
he
it.
was streaming him editing a episode of one of his Let's
Yeah,
Play
he
series.
does that in the mornings.
Ooh.
I don't watch though. Just cause I
Yeah,
don't
it's like a
care about
spoiler
editing.
for.
Spoiler for my video.
Well, yeah, for Yakuza I don't watch because I actually play it and I'm not that far.
I don't know what that game is.
It's Yakuza.
Oh,
You know the Yakuza?
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never heard of it.
You know Yakuza Doozy?
There you go. I heard of them.
I know about the hand in Daredevil.
Sort of like the Yakuza.
Yeah,
I mean,
Except a
Basically
little more
a
like
fictional
satanic
version
or
of it.
something.
yeah. I don't really know their shtick yet because they barely show up.
Yeah, they're there for a good portion of Daredevil.
Yeah, but you don't
and-
see their like motivation other than just like, hey, they're bad and they want to bring bad things here. Stop them.
Yeah, is that the motivation for every bad guy?
I guess, but like a little in depth would be nice. That's why I'm
Nah.
looking
That
forward
guy
to the
thinks they're the
Defenders
good
with
guy.
Sigourney Weaver because we know that there's gonna be like a lot of her, and if there isn't,
Sigourney Weaver.
people are gonna be fucking pissed.
That woman is a legacy, Liam. You cannot call her Wiener.
I like
Call her Wiener all I want. I
I
love
like
Sigourney
Alien.
Weaver.
You
They
like
said her
Alien?
name a lot in Dory.
But do
Finding
you like
Dory.
Aliens?
I like Alien.
Do you like Aliens?
I played
I like the
Alien,
Alien.
Colonial Marines when it came out.
That was an
I
awful
heard that was
game.
shit.
Yeah,
I played-
Tom.
Is that the one where you can play as like the Predator and Alien?
No.
I played the
That's-
one where you can play as the
That's
Predator
Alien
and
versus
Alien.
Predator.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, good job.
And
No, but,
there was like a multiplayer mode to it. And aliens were like, if you somehow got like the Marines, you would always lose. It's like the aliens and the Predators were so OP.
Well, that's kind
I
of.
mean, you had your moments though, where they would be bad as the aliens, but it was really hard.
We'd have
Well,
our
isn't that
moment
kinda
where
like,
we tried.
What's it called? That game that everyone liked for a little. Friday the 13th, the game. Isn't it
Pretty
like?
sure people still like it. No,
Well,
Yes, I
Jason
think people
is
still
like
play
OP as fuck, isn't he? Like from
Yeah,
every
people
video
still
I've
should
ever
be.
seen, it.
It's
Yeah,
a
I know, but
survival
what,
game.
that doesn't work well in a game. I don't care if he's supposed to be. That's like putting Master Chief up against anybody from Call of Duty. It just won't
No,
work as a video
well,
game.
No,
that game is
like
like
people
to
actually
survive
like
and
that game
escape.
though.
Well,
Like, I
I've
didn't
never
actually
seen it,
expect
and
it.
I've only heard complaints that he's like too OP. So that's why I asked.
well, they're just being salty. If you actually see actual gameplay of it,
Yeah,
they're-
for what I've seen, it's just like another survival runaround game. So
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean it
people
doesn't
just- you try to
look like
escape.
something I could play more than twice.
I think it's something I could play more than twice.
It's cool. I was actually talking to one of my friends about it. He plays it, and like I saw it, and I was like, that game kind of looks a little one-sided, and he still had fun with it. Like he didn't mind that it was one-sided. So
I mean, there's a way to kill Jason, but it's like very
yeah, it's very
you gotta
difficult.
work for it.
I mean, I'm all for asymmetric gameplay, but it still needs to be balanced.
I feel like you just kind of contradict yourself a little bit.
No, asymmetric does not mean unbalanced.
I feel like if you were to play
Asymmetric
it
means
enough,
asymmetric. They're two sides are not exactly the same, but they are even. Just like think of Rising Storm 2 Vietnam. They two sides have completely different weaponry, completely even different systems of spawning and commanders and shit like that. But it's still one team will either like the win-loss ratio between the two are probably relatively even.
yeah, well,
Intriguing.
Well, think about it this way though. That like that game is based off a horror movie where it's all about the dude just killing everybody anyways. So
Yeah,
like
well, how many people watch
no
that movie
really
over and over and over and over and over and over again for all night?
I don't know how many movies have they made.
they made a lot of those. I know
How
there's
many
at least
times has
10.
somebody survived?
I'm just
Maybe
saying,
like 2.
the amount of time that you dedicate to a game is usually more, or at least if it's a good game, is more than the amount of time you've dedicated to a singular movie or franchise, I suppose.
I could argue that, honestly. Depends on the franchise. If you have like a really fucking long franchise,
What franchise is longer than a video game? Like,
Well-
I'm thinking Star Wars. Let's see. I'm sure that... I mean, I didn't play Battlefront, the new one, very much. I played the beta a lot, but I didn't play the actual game very much because no one else bought it. But, so let's see, like, hours that I put into that game versus hours of Star Wars that I've watched. I've probably played more than watched, even though I barely played it. Although I have not seen the prequels, so...
Oh, well, that's why. That's just you as
Well,
a
even
individual
with the
person.
But I'm
prequels,
speaking
that's only
on average. Even if you watch, all right, so the prequels, that's an extra, let's say 2 hours each. I don't really know. So that's 6 hours. Not a whole lot.
It's about 12 to 15 hours of Star Wars, like around there.
Yeah,
because
And we need to go deeper. A game that I got a week ago or whatever, I already have 16 hours.
Well, if you look at the Lord of the Rings trilogy, plus The Hobbit and all that stuff, that's well over like 24 hours worth of movies. Like, it's a lot of fucking
That's
movie.
still like really nothing compared to gameplay time. Like, if you consider yourself a real gamer, I challenge you to look into your Steam library and find a game that you enjoyed that you played less than 24 hours. That you've had
I
for
can
a while.
easily find a game that I enjoyed and played less than 24 hours.
What is it?
well, Oric's
I
talking
need
about
to
mainly
open
like
up my
full-size
Steam library.
AAA games, though.
Well,
Yeah, full-size AAA games. I will guarantee I can find one game that I did not play more than 24 hours.
but I'm saying that you enjoyed.
Yeah, that I very much enjoyed.
Well, then what the fuck is wrong with you? Why haven't you gone back?
Because
And what
I
do you
don't
think
only
the average
I don't
player
only play
base has-
multiplayer games.
But what is the average player base of that game? Do you think that their play style or play time would represent something similar to yours?
I played Arkham Knight for 16.9 hours, and I enjoyed the fuck out of that game.
Still a lot longer than most movies.
Shadow of Mordor, 12.7 hours.
Still longer than most franchises.
Well, you're not even finished with that game, though. Are you
Yeah,
finished
yeah.
with those games?
Yeah,
Wait, how'd you play Shadow Mordor for 12 hours?
I
I thought that
played
game was
the
a lot
story.
longer.
No, I
No.
just I killed that story.
Well, we also got some of these games on sale, too, though. It's not like these are all games that you normally buy for $60.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
I personally wouldn't buy them for $60, but I bought them for sale price. Other people bought them for $60.
No, most of my favorite single player games usually I get like at least like 40 or more hours out of.
I mean, it depends on the game, though.
Yeah, it does,
Because-
but like most big size like single player games are the ones I get are usually the ones I can put a lot of time into.
Like, I would easily say that the Arkham series, the Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight, I've probably put an average of under 20 hours for each game. And I loved those games. Those games were so
But
much
how
fun.
many hours of the Batman movies have you watched?
All of them. I've
Yeah,
watched
so how many is that?
1960s Batman, the 1960s Batman series, it's called...
Well, series is not under movie, but sure.
Oh, yeah, well, it's Batman.
Franchise,
Well, that's why
I guess.
I watched all
I'm
the
just saying,
animated
games
Batman
take
movies.
more of your time than movies. I don't even remember how we started this, but I can say
Yeah,
without a doubt that games take up more time on average than a movie, regardless of franchise.
Again, I just argued that with the Batman series. But, nah, I know what you mean, and I understand what you're talking about. But for single-player games, which are more or less my forte, I don't agree.
Yeah, I don't really play single player games.
Yeah, and that is
I would
where
s-
we are different.
Well, for a guy like me though that really enjoys games and movies, I actually am more comfortable buying games most of the time because I know that's more of a actual something I'm going to get more value out of in the long term. I rather pay to see a movie like once or twice than pay to necessarily own a movie. Because like once I see a movie once or
owning
twice,
movies
Oh yeah, no, I would never. I don't like owning movies.
right?
Oh yeah, what was the movie that you went out and bought for some reason
I
recently?
a lot of movies.
Well, you talked about it on the
watching
podcast, and it was just weird and random.
Did you buy Chef?
Space Jam, yeah, Space Jam.
Was it Space Jam? Yeah, it might have
Space
been
Jam is a
like,
movie
I
I
went
would
out
buy.
and bought Space Jam, but it was weird to like you recently bought that, like you didn't already have it on VHS or something. Maybe it was that. I don't remember.
Well, because he wanted it on Blu-ray.
I would definitely buy fucking Space Jam.
Twice.
It's a great fucking movie.
I don't think
I
I've
definitely
ever
have it on
purchased a
VHS.
movie in my life.
I
I've
like
purchased a
movies. I
viewing
like
of a
watching them
movie.
whenever I want to watch them. You know.
I mean,
I'm
back
also
when
the
like
kind of person
DVDs
that
were
can't
big.
rewatch shit over and over again.
Back when DVDs were big, I was all about buying movies.
I mean, DVDs are still actually big. People still buy in general. I'm not saying every individual person, but I would say
I know what you
almost as many
The industry
DVDs are bought
itself.
as Blu-rays. Yeah.
Well,
Just
that's,
because-
that's just a matter of what device you have to play it on.
Yeah, everybody
A lot of
has
people aren't
something that
upgrading to
can
Blu-rays.
watch a DVD. Not everybody has a Blu-ray player.
Although an Xbox One can play Blu-ray, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So I technically have a Blu-ray machine then,
Yeah.
but that's the only one. I didn't have one until Xbox One.
I didn't have one until
PS3 was
PlayStation
even a
4.
Blu-ray machine.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, but they had the rights to it. That's why. Like, it's
Yeah.
Sony. Xbox
Well,
had to pay extra for that.
Yeah, all of the PS3 discs were Blu-ray.
Also, 360 started being manufactured before Blu-ray was even a public thing yet.
Right,
Just
but I mean
three-
the newer 360, like the Slim and all that.
That's
Yeah.
why
Well-
Metal Gear Solid 4 only released on
They also don't
PS3.
typically change out disc drives ever in this iterative consoles.
But they could have, and they probably would have if Microsoft itself came out with a Blu-ray competitor.
I don't think they would have, even if there was a competitor that would have worked, just because it would have added so much extra cost to a pretty cheap console that was coming out like later in its cycle.
I'm not sure if it
'cause
really would. If it was something that they
back then
owned
Blu-ray
and
players were
developed
pretty expensive.
themselves, it probably wouldn't.
It's still manufacturing costs to make it even if you own it, though. It would still make the system more
It's
expensive.
still a lot cheaper than what they're currently doing right now with Sony, which is licensing the ability to play Blu-rays on their Xbox.
From what I understand, they actually only ever have to pay Sony for that if the individual user actually activates the Blu-ray function of watching a Bluray film. But they still have to pay them
like
as
each time they watch a Blu-ray, or if
No,
they
actually,
do
I don't know if you
watch-
ever
Like a
have
one-time payment?
done it. You actually
I
have to actually watch a Blu-ray movie on your Xbox One. If you put in just a Blu-ray movie disc, you actually have to get a Blu-ray app off the Xbox store.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's weird as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I never looked into that at all because I just have Netflix and HBO.
Yeah, Netflix is my life. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm watching a show called Shameless on Netflix.
Yeah,
I
I've
keep
heard a
getting
lot of things about
recommended
that.
to me, but I have no idea what it is.
I didn't recommend. I was just telling you about it.
No, I'm saying
Oh, no.
recommended by Netflix. Like it.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Basically, think if you were poor and living in the slums.
It's all about being poor.
Real
Yeah, basically
relatable.
Just watching 6 people. Well, no, it's like 7 people in a house who are poor, mostly kids growing up. That's really it.
I've been thinking about watching Game of Thrones, like actually watching, because I watched season 1 like last year, then I didn't watch anything else. But I'm thinking about rewatching season 1, then actually maybe trying to slowly work my way up to where we're at currently.
I think out of anyone I know in real life, you're probably like the worst at keeping up with a series. Like you just don't really like watching shows consecutively, right?
I just don't like watching super long format stuff for that long. I get, yeah, it's just.
But like you
TV
can see why that's weird because like yesterday you streamed what was it? What's that game? I don't remember. Bloodborne. For how many hours was that? Like that's an episode. That's 2 or 3 episodes, maybe even
But that's
more.
me doing something. I'm playing a game
Right.
versus sitting
I'm
here
just
watching
saying,
a
like,
show.
your form of your required I don't know, the way that you view your entertainment is like differs from someone who can watch an entire series.
Well, it's less of I can definitely do it, and I would enjoy a show that long. I get antsy feeling like, you know what, I'd rather put my time sometimes into something that I'm actually getting hands-on time with versus sitting there for so long not doing anything besides just watching.
Well, it seems like a
show.
similar preference, like where I don't like single-player games and I only play multiplayer. It's like the same kind of little difference. Like I can watch a shit ton of shows in a row if I have nothing else, or if it's Game of Thrones or something.
An example of something I can do pretty easy is like if I get into, let's say, like an anime show, which isn't all, because I really don't even watch that much anime. I watch like maybe 1 or 2 shows of anime in a year, and there's like hundreds of series that come out every year for the multiple seasons that come out, that anime shows come out. But usually if like one resonates with me really well, like this year I watched all of Haiku, which is it's like the volleyball anime. And I watched all 3 seasons of that. But the reason why I was able to go through that show so quickly compared to something like Game of Thrones is because the episodes in a show like most typical anime are only 23 to 26 minutes long.
So then do you watch Rick and Morty?
No, I want to. I just
watched the 3rd episode today.
Also, I have not been.
I haven't watched any of the new seasons.
Pickle Rick!
Also, part for me is that, like,
good.
if the show is already readily available on a service or app I already have on my phone or computer, then I will more than likely give it a shot and then start binging it on my phone. Because like that's actually how I got through most of the shows I've been watching lately. It's just laying down in my bed either when I wake up or before I go to sleep on my phone.
I have a bad habit of just starting something and not finish it until like later.
Like with series or just life?
Like series.
That's 100% me. That's all I've been doing
like
recently.
Games as well, just like a lot of things.
That's
I mean,
actually
I
why
have
I'm
that
doing
with single
Bloodborne right
player
now.
games, and that's why I kind of just stopped, because I never felt like I was getting my money's worth, because I'd just play for 5 hours and I'd really like it, and then when I turn off my Xbox or whatever it was at the time, I would never turn it back on to play that game.
Like another bad thing I have is finding something to play. With me, it takes me longer to find something to play than to actually play it. Like, I guess I try to figure out what game I'm going to play. It takes me like a few hours. Few hours turns into like 5, and I'm just sitting on my computer until I finally decide. And then after that, I just play that one game.
Well, meanwhile, the 3 of us are playing R6, and you're in the same chat room as us, and you could easily just join us.
Yeah, just refuse to play R6.
Yeah, you just
I gotta
don't
be in the mood.
You really don't. Just play with
I
friends.
do have the
Yeah.
mood.
Well, no, it's not about.
It was 1 o'clock last night in the
You
morning.
weren't
and
going
I
to
was
get
just-
into anything else.
I was literally in bed, like, just watching a stream, and I get a text, and it's like, hey, you want to play R6? And I was like, might as well.
Mood.
At first, you said no.
It's not.
It's
It's
one
not
of those
like,
malicious.
things.
nah,
If you don't
dude.
feel like.
And then
Actually, no, I
like,
just
so
said,
what?
bro, it's 1 a.m.
Yeah.
I gotta
So
be
what?
in the mood.
Yeah, it's just more
Yeah.
like just if you don't feel like playing a certain game, you don't want to play that game.
I don't know. Like,
I gotta be
I
in the
will.
mood if I want to play it or not. You know.
I guess since I'm like so multiplayer focused, if I know that I'm gonna have like 1 or 2 other people playing a game, I will just, even if I'm not in the mood to play that game necessarily, I'll just get in the mood so I could play with people that I can talk to.
That's for the most part for me. It's like, I just want to play games with people.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
sometimes-
why
like-
I don't do single player games well, because it's like, unless I have someone over, I guess. But even then, like at that, like the last single player game, I didn't even play it. I just watched my friend Matt play it, and it was BioShock. I was just at his house.
That's a
and
good game.
I was
That's a
just
game
watching
that
him
I've been
play
trying to play.
because, like, I know I'm not gonna want to play. I just treated it like a show. And that was interesting, but I wouldn't want to do
Well,
that over and over again.
I know
Yeah.
for me, so let's say for example, I am feeling like I want to play something really fast paced, I definitely do not feel in the mood for something like R6 or PUBG, because there's a lot of waiting around in both those. Less so in R6 because the games are a lot faster, but if I'm feeling like playing something or doing something where I'm
Right, but wouldn't you be
having to-
more
unless I'm
likely
going-
to get on R6 despite those feelings if you knew that you would have a full team?
no, because if I just don't feel in the mood to play a style of gameplay like that, then I just won't. That won't necessarily change the list. I feel like playing a game that's more slow paced or something I have to concentrate on.
I guess I just
'Cause,
value
like-
the social aspect of gaming more than the game itself.
I do
Well,
too. I
See,
like
if I'm
socializing
ever in
games,
that
but-
mood, like, I just don't take the game seriously. Like,
Yeah, I mean
if
we've
I'm
done
playing
that. We
PUBG,
did that recently with when we were
Yeah.
just fucking
Like, if I'm
making
playing
that dude
PUBG,
angry.
I have like nothing on in the background, no music playing or anything. But
Right.
then if I'm just like, I don't really want to play, but everyone else is playing, then I'll have like a stream on or something, or have my music on. So it's just like, I don't really care if fucking somebody
I turn
sneaks
off
up
my
on
other
me.
monitor when I play PUBG.
Yeah.
Really? I never turn it. I mean, I never have
I just have
anything
Discord
crazy on
open.
my second monitor.
I like to
just have
focus. I
Steam
turn
and
up my
Discord on.
my DAC so I can hear even better.
Yeah.
Like last game, we were playing. She was talking. I was like, Trenton, shut up for a second. Trying to hear the
Shut
people
up.
because there was like a guy to my right. and
Well,
I could hear
yeah,
him.
but like the thing with PUBG is that's perfectly acceptable. Like if anyone ever
Yeah.
gets angry at you for telling them to shut the fuck up for a second, it's like I'm playing PUBG. Why are you here?
I am
Well, no,
playing
we were playing
PUBG.
together.
Stop.
Well, yeah, but I'm all right. So then
Yeah, but
it's
you
even
died.
more known.
He did get you there. You did die.
Trenton's always the first to die.
Yeah, always. Actually, I got second place in a solo like last night. So close.
I don't know.
looked it
I've
up
just
there 'cause
been
I got
like,
impatient.
now that I figured out that all of my issues are not common. When I first started playing and all these issues were a thing, I'm like, well, it's alpha or beta or whatever the
what
fuck.
issues?
Like whenever I go into my inventory, it freezes for like 1 to 5 seconds, and exiting it is the same story. The menu will just like overlap with each section of the menu, and sometimes when I'm trying to like look at the people that are online to invite them, all the names will just go invisible until I highlight over them, and then sometimes they'll be invisible anyways. It's like these little annoying things. Also, sometimes the first shot that I take, which is often the most critical shot you'll take that whole game, I'll just freeze for like 5 seconds.
It's
I've
I've been
all
having
network,
a pretty funny problem recently.
network issues a lot lately.
Yeah, network issues
Yeah.
has been fucking.
Well,
me
yeah,
up.
but that I know is like beyond my control at least.
But recently, I've been having a pretty funny problem where buildings won't load in.
That's what Mallow was
I remember
saying.
that.
Mallow had that too because he couldn't open a door for the first like 5 to 8 minutes of a game because he's waiting for the buildings to load in. So
No,
he would just like
man,
walk around.
Me and Trey were
Checking the
playing the other
integrity.
night, and we went to school, and I couldn't see school, but I could see everything that was like I could see all the guns and shit that were
Oh,
in the
really?
school. So I was just telling him like, oh yeah, right above me there's like 2 guns,
The
and
guy
then I was
about-
just like, then I was just jumping through walls apparently.
I had to knock him out so he could crawl out of a wall.
Well, I mean, that's an interesting advantage. You could be like, hey, there's an M16 on the 3rd floor.
Yeah, but it's very inconvenient when you can't see anything.
Yeah, you just have to follow your friend. Lead him
Yeah.
through the halls.
Well, no,
Well, then it's like when you
even
got
when I-
underground, that was a huge advantage.
Have you guys checked
yeah.
the file integrity by any chance?
Yeah, I
Nah.
did that, and it said, oh, one file is missing or corrupted. And I'm like, oh, maybe that's the one file I need. Turns out it just put the intro video back that I deleted. the blue hole thing. I'm like, God damn it. And it didn't help at all. Then
You
I
mean the butthole
uninstalled,
thing?
reinstalled it, and it's on my SSD, and it doesn't work. And now I have a million different startup settings that I've put in there. I changed something to do with the file size. I don't really know what it was, but it was something to do with the properties of my SSD drive. Oh, SSD. And yeah, so I did a lot, and none of it helped.
Yeah, I mean, it's still
And it's just
early
starting
access.
to it's just like the frustration of it all is just pissing me off too much.
But guys,
to
thank
continue
God
playing.
it's going to consoles.
Oh
'cause
yeah,
that'll
I'm
help
really
it.
glad they're prioritizing the spread of this disease of PUBG rather than just fucking fixing the one part that they have on PC.
Like, that's what they kind of did with every game. Though.
Yeah,
Not-
I'm sick
not
of
Blue
it.
Hole, but
Consoles need to die just for that sole fucking reason.
speaking of games that had shit ports to consoles, we have to start playing 7 Days to Die.
Yeah. I mean, now that I saw,
I bought this game and I haven't fucking started it.
Yeah,
It's pissing me off.
Well, why don't you stream it? On
Well, I
that
need
stream
somebody to
you're,
play with it.
yeah, I'll play.
Yeah, do that one night instead of doing. We need to go deeper and show that game off.
But we need to
Yeah,
get
no.
this fun.
I'm down to do it. I just
Thing with
fucking
me,
need
which
people
I'm
to play.
pretty sure you guys are aware of. I just like messing around.
Yeah, no, messing around's fun.
Eh.
In the right games.
No, it's fun.
No, in
every
all the
game.
games.
You know what we need to do
I
again?
like going.
We need
what?
to go into GTA 5 and do that fucking bicycle King of the Hill thing again.
That was fucking
That was
fun.
so much fucking fun.
All right,
basically, we
just
just
to
drove-
explain to
Yeah,
our
go
listeners. One person would get on a BMX bike and everyone else would get in cars. And the people in the cars had to steal the BMX bike.
By
So
any
it's
means
essentially-
necessary aside from weapons.
Yeah, no guns. You're only allowed to run over the guy on the bike. Because these bikes take a lot of damage.
Somehow.
Like, they do not die. So we were doing this for hours one night. It was the funniest fucking thing in the world.
I have like probably 10 minutes of recordings from that, or maybe like 20 minutes of recordings from that one session, which I record 1 minute 30 seconds at a time. So you do the math.
Send me some of those links. I'll put those in the link dump.
So we are just about ready for time anyway, so let's go ahead and get our music going.
Okay.
Oh shit, I didn't even fucking... I forgot about the music again.
I just pull up my start playlist and scroll.
Well, I'll just start it. I'm just going to go ahead and say go listen to an oldie. That's not really old. It's from a few years ago, though.
Last year.
No, it's not from last year. It's I think probably like 2008 or 9, 10 maybe. One Republic, Good Life. I just like a lot of their music. I like that song, though.
I'm going to go with a real oldie and go with Fear the Dark by Iron Maiden.
I'm at the point where I don't know if the song, like, I keep coming up with songs. I'm like, did I already recommend this? I have to look. Like, did I ever recommend Machine Gun by Jimi Hendrix?
Doesn't sound like it.
No, you definitely didn't.
Right,
Actually, I'm gonna revert mine. Don't listen to Fear the Dark. I'll do it next week. Listen to Boys on the Dock by Dropkick Murphys, because I saw them yesterday and they played that song and it's fucking awesome.
How was that concert?
It's fucking awesome.
All right.
Was it an outdoor?
Dropkick Murphys and Rancid. Oh my god, it's punk fucking metal.
Was it an outdoor or indoor concert though?
It was mostly indoor, but it was Coney Island Amphitheater. So the sides aren't there, but the top is.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Coney Island just because of the commute to get there, but overall it was pretty good. There was
Also,
no
isn't it,
pit
like,
though. That was a problem.
Kind of run down as fuck at this point.
No, honestly, the amphitheater is really nice
Really?
compared
That's
to the rest of
surprising.
Coney Island.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but I would recommend. I would definitely go again if I had GA.
I wouldn't know.
No seats. Fuck seats.
I guess I'm gonna have to go with "Stand by Me" by Otis Redding.
Won't you stand by me?
I don't think that's the original artist.
You sure?
Yeah.
I like Otis Redding though, so have his version on there.
Yeah, Benny King is the original
Benny
artist.
King is the original.
And I think one of us did that before.
Well, nobody did the Otis Redding version.
The Otis Redding version there.
All right. Two people's names are songs that I did not write down or get fast enough. Trenton wrote it down. So Liam, write down yours.
All right.
And we're good.
All right, and then while people are writing down their stuff, Liam, you can tell them about where they can keep up with the show.
They can keep up with the show at my house.
Stop on by.
Or if you don't know where I live, you can go
pizza.
on Twitter at Too Soon Podcast, on Facebook.com/Too Soon Podcast, YouTube we're at Too Soon Podcast. You can download us on iTunes, Google Play, Libsyn, Stitcher, TuneIn. If you want to email us, hit us up at the Too Soon Crew at gmail.com. And then we're on Discord at discord.me/Too Soon Podcast. And then you can join our Discord and talk to us maybe.
Also,
More than
remember
likely.
the Spotify playlist. It's on Spotify.
Yeah, the Spotify playlist is, what is it, just the Too Soon Podcast playlist?
Yeah, it's Too Soon playlist. So if
Too
you
Soon
just search
playlist.
that into Spotify, it'll show up. There's also
Or
probably a
if
link
you go
in
on the YouTube,
thing.
there is a link. There's links to literally everything on the YouTube, and all the link dumps are all in the YouTube. And that is all from me.
That is the conclusion. If I was faster on the draw, I would type in a new thing for Mr. Big Boy
All right,
Billy.
you know what? I think we all can give Billy here a second to warm up so he can come here and apologize for his
All right,
bullshit beginning.
I'm gonna get him hyped up for this big finale.
Yeah, Billy, you do that.
You got it.
Billy's just outside and he's entered the building. Let me just make sure that he is connected to his microphone.
Yeah, Billy. Get
Make
lit.
sure he's louder this time.
Get lit, fam.
He was a little quiet last time.
Right? Billy, shut up. Start over.
Fuck you, Billy.
And I just wanted to thank you all for coming out and supporting my drug addiction. It's really helpful for me to know that society has not left me out to dry. Goodbye and see you next week.
I don't know what the fuck is up with your emphasis, Billy,
Why
but
you
it's...
paused?
I didn't
Yeah,
tell him
Billy-
to.
Have not left me out to
Billy's fucking fired.
Dry.
Get out of here, dude.
Billy's got a speech impediment.
I wanted to help you with your drug addiction, but I'm not going to fucking stand with this shit.
See, that's why his voice is so deep. From drugs.
As long as Billy's not hanging outside junkyards anymore, I'm happy.
He's a
No, fuck
junkyard
that
dog.
guy. All right, that's it for episode 18 of the Too Soon podcast.
Yeah.
Good night and good fight.
Don't come back.
See you next time.
Thanks
Don't
for
do it.
listening.
Da, 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 da.